Thank you, Talia, for being here with me today. So, I would love to start with you just kind of how did you hear about Find Food Freedom and what drew you in to say, like, okay, I want to work with this team and I want to do this?
I was scrolling through TikTok as we all do during COVID, and I actually saw I was just about to start a keto diet plan that I had seen. That was like I had seen a friend that had lost all this weight on keto and just thought it was gonna be perfect for me. Like that's what was gonna work. And I saw a video of you actually saying like what if you're starting that keto diet, like I'll see you in a week kind of thing. And I was like, okay, like I like if that's true, like if it doesn't work, if I don't like it, like I'll do that next. But I still want to try it. Like I still think keto will be the thing for me. And then literally a week later I realized the only thing I had lost was my sanity and the lack or the ability to like eat carbs and cheese. So I immediately was like, all right, I've only lost water weight and I think it's time. Like I had probably done all of the diets that I could think of and none of them worked. So I was like, I'm kind of at my last spot. And the worst thing that happens if I try this out is that it's not gonna work. And luckily I was very much proven wrong.
And that's something I know we talked a little bit about before we started recording. But my next question to you, it kind of flows perfectly into this is how has your relationship with food changed from the first day of working with Find Food Freedom to where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the relationship started with like me constantly thinking about food. And I always say, like, I literally was thinking, what am I eating now? Okay, what am I eating later? Like, what do I get to eat next? Kind of thing. Just because it's really was all I thought about. Because at the end of the day, what I know now is that I was just so hungry and like not actually getting to eat things that I wanted to eat. I was eating whatever was next on the meal plan, or I was eating out because I was having a cheat day or a bad day, or just eating in a way that like was not actually what I wanted to eat at the end of the day. So it's gone from constantly thinking about food to like when I started this program, still thinking about food, but in a much different way. So I was in a spot where I was like thinking about, oh, what do I actually want to eat? And kind of discovering what my like actual taste interests and food interests were during the first couple of months to like now just it being more of a second nature kind of thing. Like, yes, I do eat all throughout the day, but it's not like a constant thought process in my mind. It's kind of like check in with myself. Am I hungry? Do I want to eat? Yes or no? Moving on kind of thing. And just being able to fill my brain with lots of other thoughts.
Lots of things other than food. That's the
Yes.
goal for sure. So this is a really broad question. You can take it anywhere, which way you want. But what has been one of your biggest takeaways from working with our team, or like one of your biggest aha moments you can remember?
I think for me, the biggest aha was just how ingrained in like diet culture that I was from such a young age versus I thought when coming into this, it was just like, oh, I have some disordered eating habits and I just need to like learn how to like eat whole again or like eat in a way that like is natural for me and like doesn't have me having, you know, six orders of fast food every day and then not eating for the next day or eating very little to kind of lose weight. But the biggest aha has been like it stems to things that were much deeper than that or things that were much broader than that. So, I've learned that it's really comes down to a lot of the things that, how I look at myself and how I think others look at me and just being able to like dive into topics that go way past just me being on a diet for 6 months that are more about like me learning to love myself and me learning to love others around me and just overall becoming a much like mentally healthier and then like emotionally healthier person as well. So it wasn't just the like physically healthy aspect of things. It's become like a very well-rounded educational topic that like I've been able to like grow from in way more ways than one.
I love that. I've had one client say, it's not intuitive eating, it's intuitive living because it really does like
Literally.
blend over into so many different aspects of our lives
Yeah,
once we get entrenched in it. Um,
exactly.
so last question here. If a friend came to you and said, should I work with Find Food Freedom? What would you say to them and why?
I would say, oh my God, yes. And even though you don't want to because you think that you found the diet because of something someone else said to you, ignore that, save the $100 to $500 you're about to spend on that kind of stuff and just do it. Just like take the plunge. It's an insane weight off your shoulders and just being able to live a life that's just so much more worth living because you're happy and not thinking about food and not stressing about things that you've probably spent years thinking about over and over day after day.